a 6, a helping hand with your land.
Neil from Essex here with another episode of Crazy Neil's Deals. Today we're going to walk around the lot out here, look for the things sitting in the dusty corners, throw some good discounted prices at you, and check and see if there's anything out here that might fit behind your tractor. Crazy Neil's Deals. Start out here with two post hole augers. We've got a Danuser here to your right and a bush hog here on the left. If you go through and you look at these two, they're going to have two different price points on them because of their condition. The Danuser one here is going to need a little bit of work done on the shaft. You can see the drive shaft itself is cracked and it's going to take a little bit of work. If you want to put some money into this thing and get it going, we'll let it go out of here for $100. So something real cheap to get behind your machine if you want to put a little bit of work into it. The bush hog one is a real heavy model. It's a little hard to tell exactly what it is because obviously it's got some age to it. But based on the size of the gearboxes and the tubing, this is probably something that's more intended for the back of a utility tractor than a small compact. These are clearly higher horsepower parts. We've had this guy priced in here at $500. If you come in and mention Crazy Neil's Deals, $350 will get this one out the door. Beside me here are these 4 Lamb Pride rotary cutters. Most of these have come off of tractors that we would have purchased off of repossession auctions. The one down here on the end is actually mine. I'm swapping mine out for a flail mower because I've come to like those. These are generally going to be in the $1,800 to $2,200 range for a new one. We've got used ones in here priced between about $1,300 and $1,000 depending on their condition. If you mention Crazy Neil's Deals, they'll give you $150 off any one of these that you happen to pick up. Beside me here is a Titan FL165 flail mower. Now I told you that I traded in my rotary cutter for a flail. This is coming back in from somebody doing the opposite who didn't really care how a flail worked for them and are going back to a rotary cutter. This one here has only cut a couple of acres. Now we've got a price point of these things brand new at $19.95. Gonna discount this guy $150 for the couple of acres that were run over it. My goodness, you look at it, you would never know the thing from new. Beside me here is a complete set of front loader attachments from Artillian. Artillian makes some really cool stuff for the front of your machine. If you'd like a modular system that allows you to mix and match different things, they've got some really innovative solutions. This is a complete front set of everything that they make for the front of a tractor. So a set of pallet forks, grapples with modular floors, stump buckets, and a front snowplow. This is all coming off of a trade-in tractor that we had here. It would fit up to the front of your machine. A retail price for all of these things brand new is going to come in right about $6 grand for all of it together. You'll be able to save about 30% off and take this out of here for about $4,000 for a complete set of very reasonably used Artillian equipment. In front of me here is a bunch of Titan's TB Flex mowers. Now I've done some videos specifically about these mowers. It is a mower that's made to go onto your front loader in order to cut areas that are a little bit hard to reach. Now there are several different models of these. This particular one actually now has been discontinued, which is a little unfortunate because it's quite a bit less expensive than many of the other models are. Mowers like the TB Max are going to be adjustable to be in the middle of the loader or swing off to the side. This one is fixed. It only operates off the side of your loader and cannot come back into a middle position. I like this particular model. I think offset is the reason why most guys choose to buy them. It also contours a little bit better because of the mounting points where this thing pivots. It sits at a little bit better portion of the mower. Now, if you look at these two back here, 2 of these have been out here since about the winter time. You're starting to see a little bit of sun fade off the yellow. Because of that, a little bit of extra weathering on them will throw you an extra $200. So while these usually sell for $31.99, I've got 2 out here that I'll let go at $3 grand. If you'd like a hydraulic power pack to go along with these, I only have 1 of those in stock at the moment. So this is something that you do want to talk to one of our salespeople about how you get these things plumbed up on your tractor. Powering these things hydraulically does have some intricacies to it that we should talk through. This is a Kubota Kubota M1809 skid steer backing plate. Somehow we seem to accidentally get some of these things in. It's a set of pallet forks, but we don't have the forks for them. We only have the backing plate. These things are actually surprisingly expensive. They're custom made for particular models and they're not run in high volume. So they're usually about a $1,500 set of pallet forks. This backing plate's going to be the better part of about half of that price. So you got about an $800 part here. If you want to build something off of this or try to source your own set of pallet forks in order to make yourself a complete set of forks, we'd let this really heavy backing plate go for $400. In front of me here is a roof for a Kubota Sidekick. This is a plastic roof that clamps onto the top of the roll bar to give you a little bit of cover. This one here was damaged here in the back corner. We had a machine that was in an accident. The roof was popped off here. If you want to try to fit this up to your machine, you're going to notice all the mounting points are still here, but it might take some working and bending to get this around. This corner is probably never going to be 100% right. If you want to give a go at one of these, $50, and you're checking to see if you can throw this onto your machine. We started accumulating too many work lights for tractors in our inventory back here. There's two kits right here, one for an L series, L8329, and one for a B series, B7335. These are both work lights for open station tractors, not the cab versions. Those are going to be a little bit different. It's going to include a halogen work light, the pigtail that comes down the ROPS and then plug in down underneath the fender. If you could use a work light for your tractor, we'd sell either one of these to you for $100 shipped. For either version, just give us a call and let us know which one you could use. In front of me here is a seat out of the Kubota SSV skid steer. This would be a takeoff, one that we would have pulled out of a machine when we would have installed an upgraded air ride option. Good seats like this are surprisingly expensive. You're probably looking at about a $600 or $800 retail price point. On one of these takeoffs, we'd sell this to you for $300. Now, if you want to ship this, we certainly can do that. Know that this thing probably weighs 50 or 60 pounds or so there will be a charge from FedEx if we need to get this out to your door. As I recall, we have about 2 of these in stock right now. These will be desirable options, so if you're interested, give us a call quickly. Along the same lines, we have another takeoff seat. This one came out of a Grand L series tractor, again when somebody decided to upgrade to a more deluxe air ride seat. These things, the seat and including the undercarriage, you're looking at about a $1,200 retail price point. Again, good deluxe seats are really expensive. We can sell this takeoff here to you for half price, so $600 will get this thing out the door. Again, pretty weighty piece if we need to FedEx it to you. We don't throw anything away. When we go through and set up a cab tractor for wintertime work, we install those wire grids onto the glass in order to have rear defoggers. Those do not come through from the factory. When we put that glass in with those grids on it, we have those pieces that come off. We throw them in a box and put them up here on the shelf because people break that back glass fairly frequently. We're going to have options up here for 40 and 60 series Kubota Grand L series cab tractors. The version up here for the corner glass, we'd have the left and the right corner, $150 shipped, or a couple of the flat plate glasses that are in the back, the bigger piece, for $200 shipped. Another takeoff part for you, when we go through and we put those rear grids on the back, you need to have a heavy duty alternator in order to get more current off. This is the factory standard alternator off of a Grand L 60 series cab tractor, this Denso one right here, along with the belt and the wiring harnesses and brackets and stuff that are used in that OEM stock configuration. If you could use one of these or you'd like to have an extra on your shelf, $150 shipped, we'll get it to your door. When we install snow plows on the front of a Kubota RTV, we often have to put on upgraded heavy-duty suspension because of the extra weight of the plows out on the front of the machine. These are the stock struts off of an RTV, off the X series machines, off of like a 900 or 1120 or 1100, all will use these same parts. If you could use a set of factory front suspension, $150 for a pair of these, we'll ship them out to your door. In front of me here is a 10,000-pound jack to go onto the front of an equipment trailer. You've got a bolt pattern right here to go on the front to support it. This is specifically off of a trailer from Cam, although it will be easy enough to adapt to just about anything. One of these is generally a fairly expensive upgrade on the front of your trailer. This one we can let go for $100. Again, this is a heavier piece. can be shipped, but it's gonna be a little costly. In front of me here is a set of ramps to allow you to load a piece of equipment into the back of a pickup truck. This piece is gonna go across your receiver in the back. These ramps are going to attach onto it so that you can then drive something up into the back of your truck. These generally will sell for $300 shipped on eBay. These are brand new in the box. We're not sure where they came from, but $225 shipped for this set. We'll get them to your door. Signage like this can be really collectible, and the collector beside me here is having a little bit of a conniption about me selling his signs, but this one needs to go. We accumulate this stuff, actually. This would be a nice metal Lampride sign, be awesome to put in your shop or whatever. Get this one out to you for $199 shipped. The collector over here insists that it's worth a good $300. This is a cutting edge off of a Kubota BX2812 60-inch front snowplow. Again, this would be a takeoff piece for us where we would have put a rubber cutting edge onto somebody's plow. This is the one that would have come off. There's no bolts in here. You're gonna want the hardware. This would be ideal for somebody who's wearing theirs down or wants to have a spare sitting in the garage ready to go. This is generally gonna be about a $140 piece or so to replace. Could do this one here for you for half price for 75 bucks. Got a set of pads for a Kubota BX series backhoe. This would have come off of a BX25. More than likely, they're gonna fit any of the BX series machines. How much are we gonna sell these for, Nate?
Well, I'd probably give 100 bucks, but today we'll go 50 shipped.
This is a front door for a Case 1840 skid steer. Now, this does not appear to have any of the hinges with it. You're gonna wanna have the hinges on your machine to drop this on. This isn't a cab kit that came from Sims, so it is not necessarily an OEM door either, but with a little bit of work, a little bit of welding, you'd have a front door to go on the front of your 1840 skid steer. 100 bucks gets this thing out of here, gives you a good way to stay warm in the wintertime. We've got fewer and fewer dusty corners because of COVID now. With the lack of inventory and the strong demand out there in the market, there's fewer things like this around anymore. But we got a handful of things there that might be worth your consideration, and stuff that I would say has got pretty broad appeal, fairly high quality stuff. If you have any interest in these things, give us a call at Messick's. Anybody that you talk to is going to have a list of this kind of stuff, and there's obviously limited quantities of these things available. You can give us a call at 800-222-3373 or check us out at Messick's.com. Are you crazy? I could tell.
Do it. I bet somebody will buy it.
It's out of your, your hoard. There's no reason you can't do this.
What's that?
Do Crazy Neil's deals.
Wow, I wasn't serious. Oh, I am.
This is your introduction to the world.
Great.
Nate, what do we got here?
Phone's ringing.
Got a set of flips. Got a set of
flip pads.
What do you call them? Well, they're not flip pads,
They're stabilizers.
though.